Hi guys, in this video, I will show you how to quickly model this door threshold. We will just do this timber portion of the door in this tutorial. So we will use a couple of commands here, things like sweep, extrusion. We will use the Auto-Cplane for this kind of bifold door as well. So let's jump right into it. So starting in the floor plan, I have some quick measurements here from a client of mine. The door frame is about 150 mil wide and the thickness was about 50 mil thick. So I'm going to start in Rhino by creating a rectangle command. I'll type in 000 to start from the origin, and then I'll go 50 for the thickness, and then I'll type in 150 for I'll type in 50 for the thickness, and then 150 for the length. So this is the size of the frame right now. So if we go back to the photos again, you will see this frame has some molding there. So it is thicker on the left side and then it gets thinner to the right side. So it steps 2 times. So we can do something similar to that. I'll go command rectangle again. One here and one here. Now you see this is a bit not centered. It's not really proportionate to the entire frame. I'll go scale 1D to make it scale 1D to bring it down just a little bit. I'll probably scale 1D for this one as well. And scale 1D. Yes. I'm just eyeballing the size of the molding. Okay, so once you're happy with this one, I'll go mirror, draw my axis right in the middle to bring it on this side as well. And the last step I need to do, I need to combine all this shape together. I'll go curve boolean, combine everything together and make a shape like this. So I can just delete off inside the curve inside, and I have the overall shape of the frame. So if I go into my perspective, I can select this frame and I can extrude this up to create a 3D frame. But before I do that, I need to work out what is the height of the entire door. So the height of the entire door is about 3060. That's the total height. So come into in Rhino. So using the gumball, you can click the blue color dot, left click 3060 to go up. So it extrudes up by 3060 mil. So that's good. So the next step here is to repeat the same process but to the other side. So between the inside face of the timber to the inside face, the distance is 2600. According to the measurement is 2600 from the inside to inside. So what we can do here is that we can do a mirror, command mirror. I will draw right in the middle here for now, because by default it will go into the Z plane. It will go into the XY plane. So if I draw a mirror, I press shift, so it rotates right in the middle of the axis. So I mirrored that one. I mirrored the frame, but the distance here is kind of not really 2600. So what I will do is that I'm going to go move, command move. I'm going to bring this from this corner. Make sure your old step is turned on. Bring this corner to this corner, and I'll move it back by 2600. That's it. And the next step here is to model the top frame, the head of the window, which looks like it has a different molding shape. So I'll go back into Rhino. What I'll do is that I'm gonna create another shape here, just right next to it. I'll create another shape. I'll command rectangle, scale 1D, to scale the box down to 50 mil, and the width was 150. So I get the very basic rectangular shape, and go command circle, add in a circle right in the middle. Just double checking, yep, there's like a molding right in the middle on the center. And then mirror, add a circle right in the middle as well. Select everything, command curve boolean, and get the shape. So the next step here is to I need to rotate this. So go press this button here, press 90. So it's positive 90 because by default it's going in the anti-clockwise direction. So 90 degrees. And then go command move to bring this up. I'll bring it up to here for now. Now I want to get the middle point to line up here. Okay. So if you notice that this piece of timber actually starts from the middle of the inside face of this side framing. So what you can do is that you can bring this down, because this entire height is 150. Go to the gumball, minus 150, bring it down, and then bring it forward by 150 again. So it comes out all the way to the front. And do notice that it's not currently centered at the moment. I'll just move this to here. So you can move from center to the center, like this. So we can now extrude this forward by typing in 2600. And that's it. And then I'll highlight this curve here by highlighting left to right. I can select the curve, but just for if you don't know what's the difference between highlighting left to right and right to left, if you highlight right to left, you're selecting everything that is touching the box. But if you highlight left to right, you are selecting the things that is within the box. So this frame is not within the box, the frame is pretty huge. So you're only highlighting the curve. So I'll delete that. So that's my door frame. The next part is to model the bifold door, which has 4 pieces in total. I know it's not shown in this photo, but it is 4 pieces that completes the 2.6 meter wide. So I'll just go command BOX box, draw a box to fill up the entire opening. I'll go command scale 1D. Make sure to scale half of these, and I'll scale half of these. Then I can go command copy. Always look at what Rhino is asking you. Point the copy from, which is here, and point the copy to, which I will copy to here. And then keep copying and copying. So I get 4 panels here. Come back to this picture. We can start adding in the glass opening and some moldings here. So to do that, we actually need to use the Auto-Cplane in this command. So what I'll do is that I'm going to go command. So just to explain, if I turn on Auto-Cplane, if I click this box here, the C-plane is not actually activated because this is a box. It's not really a surface. For those of you who don't know what Auto-Cplane does, I'll quickly explain. If I have a plane that does this, and if I rotate this and like this and like this, if I rotate to something that is obscured, if I press this, with this turned on, if I press this plane, my C-plane will be based on this surface. So I can start drawing on this surface that is flat to this surface. So that's what Auto-Cplane does. If I deactivate this, my C-plane will be back to the XY plane, which is the default plane here. So Auto-Cplane helps you to draw on the plane that you are working on. So I'm gonna start, because this box is not really a plane, I'm gonna have to extract this surface. So because this box is not really a plane, if you turn on Auto-Cplane, it doesn't really activate. It doesn't really go to this face because it's a box right now. So we need to create a surface out of this that is parallel to this this plane. So I'll go extract surface. Click the surface here. You wanna make a copy of this face. So I go press enter. So I have created a surface that is parallel to this plane. So undo that again to bring it back there. Currently I got my Auto-Cplane turned on. I can start. So I select my surface. My Auto-Cplane should be updated to this direction. I press escape. Press command rectangle. Command rectangle. I can start drawing on this surface. But I want to draw it from, I'll just turn off center. I'll draw it from the side, something bigger like this, and then go back to the photo. I'll just draw a box, draw a square at the bottom. So I'll press shift, command rectangle, I'll press shift to make sure the square is equal size. Draw it to here. I'll bring this up, and then I will scale this down so that it looks something like what's in the photo. I'm just eyeballing all the dimensions here, so it's not going to be accurate, but it has to look right. I can scale this down using the Gumball. Okay, the window is slightly wider than the molding at the bottom here. Okay, so, and then I have the arch at the top here. So I'll just go command fillet. Currently it's 120mm radius. I think that's fine. Yep. Fillet again. Yeah. And then this looks good. And then you have to join up these two curves because currently once you fillet, it's actually broken. Command join. And then what I'll do is that you can make a hole out of this. Sorry. Select the curve again, extrude it backwards. So you get one extrusion like this. And then go Boolean difference, command Boolean difference. Select polysurface to subtract from, which is here. You're gonna select the extrusion. Press enter to continue. And select polysurface to subtract with, which is this. Press enter. Then you can delete this, delete the cutter. And there should be a hole here. I mean, you can take this away, but there is a hole here. And then let's do the bottom part. The bottom part has a bit of shapes to this. So the easiest way to start with this first is to extrude it just a little bit inside. And then you can command Boolean difference. Select the poly surface. Delete cutter, I think just click yes. select polysurface to subtract from, which is this polysurface. Press enter to continue. Select polysurface to subtract with, which is the extrusion here. Press enter. And you can start to see there's an indentation here, which is what we want to show. So that is perfect. I'll delete this surface for now. We don't really need this. I'll deactivate the Auto-Cplane to look at where the C-plane goes. It goes back to the default. So I'm going to create this on both sides. So I'll just redo the box again. Command mirror, the mirror right at the middle of the entire door. To get it on this side, command boolean difference, polysurface, and the cutter, and the end is cut. Delete off this box. So now we need to add in the moldings here. So I'll just go ahead and draw a quick shape, roughly just from here to here. I will just scale this down. So this one has like a circle. I'll just start with a circle like this. I'll bring this in, and then there's also another circle here. What you can do is that press the circle on your keyboard, press alternate, and left click to drag, and make a copy to the right. So there's another circle here, and then I think that's it. So which means that this square can move in. Okay, I think that's it for now. I feel like this molding goes in a little bit as well, which is fine. I'll probably draw like a quick curve here. I'll probably turn on my center O snap. Turn on my smart track so that it tracks the location of this. I'll probably do something like this. Maybe I'm overtaking this. Let's just go center. Draw one here, and from the center I'll draw one here. So I'll highlight everything here. So I'm just highlighting the curve, not the entire door. So I highlight left to right to just select the things that is within the box, which is just the curve. Command trim. Trim off all the excess line that undo that again. I don't need these lines. Yep. Press enter. Cool. So this is really good. I'll just command join. The meshes all join up. So just remember, this has to be joined, but it's not really allowing me to join right now. Okay, I can see why now. So it's because, yeah, you want to trim off, select this line. So command trim, select cutting object, which is this line. Press enter, object to trim, which is this line. And then it should be the same for this part as well. So in this situation, this frame is blocking what you want to trim there behind this line. So do command hide. Select these two lines, command trim, delete the excess line, highlight everything, command join, and there you go. We don't really need this curve anymore. Delete those. Command show. And then the command here is called sweep. We go sweep 1. Select rail, which is select rail. Okay. Press enter when done. sweep 1, select rail. Okay, and now it's asking me to select sweep shape. So you can only select one time for the rail. So what we need to do here is that we need to create our own rail. So command polyline. We need to draw a line on all sides here so that we can select this line as the rail. So sweep 1 again, command sweep 1, select rail, all 4 sides. So I select the curve which I've just made, select sweep shape, which is this one, press enter when done. So this is fine. Freeform word line. Okay, press OK. And this looks good. And then we need to do the circle right in the middle. So that's easy. Just command cylinder, draw a cylinder, I'll press shift, and I'll just draw something quickly like this. We'll take this, and then rotate this 90 degrees, move it up, command move, and then I'll just move to the center, to the midpoint of this, and I'll move from here. I'll press shift, put my mouse, find the center point of that, and I'll move to the midpoint of here. And then same thing for here, I'll move it down, press tab to lock it in the same direction, put my mouse to find right in the middle there. So this cylinder is in the center of the molding. Okay, so this cylinder has a bit of indentation as well. I'll make a copy, so I'll do that again. Select this cylinder. On your keyboard, press Shift Alternate to make a copy, and then you scale it down by pressing the green box. And I'll scale it, I'll move it out just a little bit, like this. And then I command Boolean difference, Boolean to subtract from, press enter when done, Boolean to subtract with, which is this. And there you go. So pretty good so far, and let's just do the glass. So what we can do here is that I'll go command to create a glass out of this opening, command dupe edge. Dupe edge means duplicate edge. Press enter, select edge to duplicate. You can click one by one here like this, or you can just double click. It doesn't work. Anyway, just click the entire edge of what you want to create the curve from. You press enter, and then you can get the curve out of this. And then you go press command join to make sure that the curve are all joined. And because this is all flat, can go command planar surface. Okay, and then delete off the residual curve. We don't need those. And we want to align this glass right in the middle of this frame. So command set PT. So the red color arrow is in the X direction. As you can see on where my mouse is, it's in the X direction.
Have you feel today?
No. So do notice that this red color arrow is in the X direction. You can see where my cursor is, X direction. I will untick X and Y, Y and Z. I'll just leave set X to be ticked. I press OK. And then I can put my mouse and find to the middle of the opening. Okay. And then I can go command offset surface to get the thickness of the glass, but I'll do both sides. And I'll just do 5 mil. So 5 mil means 10 mil in total because there is both sides to it. I press or enter, and there you go. Okay, so I'll stop the tutorial here. I'll just copy this across 1, 2, 3, and that's it. So just to recap in this tutorial, it's important to use extrusion. We use the Auto-Cplane as well, and we use some sweep to create the molding. Okay, thank you.